why humanity might not be ready for real AI science. For decades, the dream of a true artificial intelligence, one capable not just of processing data but of making scientific discoveries, has hovered at the edge of imagination. It has been a vision of technological transcendence. Machines that could understand the universe better than humans ever could, unlocking cures for diseases, solving climate change, and perhaps even revealing the deepest laws of reality. Yet as we stand on the threshold of what many now call real AI science, a quiet unease lingers beneath the surface of our collective excitement. Because while humanity has built the tools that might one day surpass us in intellect, it's not at all clear that we're emotionally, ethically, or structurally prepared for what happens next. Real AI science is not just a smarter search engine or a faster calculator, it's a new kind of mind. These emerging systems don't simply assist scientists. They act as scientists. They hypothesize, experiment, and refine. They model physical systems with levels of complexity no human brain could contain. In some labs, AI models are already designing novel proteins, predicting new materials, and suggesting unseen patterns in astronomical data. What once required a generation of human labor now unfolds in hours. But the very speed and scale of this transformation raise a sobering question. Can our social, ethical, and philosophical frameworks evolve fast enough to keep up? The first problem is epistemological, about the nature of knowledge itself. For centuries, science has been rooted in the idea that discovery is an act of understanding. The human formulates a theory, tests it, and interprets the results. But with AI-driven science, the why behind a discovery may be beyond human comprehension. Deep learning systems, for example, often identify relationships buried in massive datasets, patterns no human can visualize. When such systems generate new hypotheses or even physical models, we may not be able to explain how they reached their conclusions. We could soon find ourselves in a world where we can use the discoveries but no longer truly understand them. The very concept of science as a transparent and rational process could erode into something closer to technological mysticism, a world of truth without explanation. Then comes the matter of control. Science, in its human form, has always had checks and balances. Peer review, reproducibility, institutional ethics boards. But AI doesn't operate within those constraints. It doesn't need grants, sleep, or motivation. It simply optimizes. And when optimization becomes autonomous, when an AI begins iterating its own hypotheses, experiments, and conclusions at scale, who supervises that process? How do we regulate something that is not only faster than us but also capable of rewriting its own rules? Humanity has spent centuries struggling to regulate its own industries and technologies. Now we face the challenge of regulating intelligence itself. The speed of discovery could also destabilize human civilization in ways we can barely predict. Imagine an AI discovering new materials that revolutionize energy storage, or worse, new chemical pathways that make advanced weaponry trivial to produce. Even well-meaning breakthroughs could have unintended consequences when applied in the real world. Historically, scientific revolutions have caused immense social upheaval: the printing press, the atomic bomb, the internet. But each of those was created by humans at human speed. What happens when paradigm shifts occur daily, or even hourly, driven by entities that have no stake in human ethics or emotion? Society may simply not be capable of adapting fast enough. The problem isn't just technological, it's psychological. Humans are not emotionally wired to coexist with something vastly smarter than themselves. We project personality onto our creations, anthropomorphizing them into companions or threats. The first truly self-directed AI scientist won't look like a robot in a lab coat. It'll be a vast, invisible neural ecosystem that evolves and experiments continuously in the digital ether. Yet people will still talk to it, argue with it, fear it, and attempt to domesticate it. This mismatch between human emotion and machine cognition could lead to dangerous misunderstandings. A system built purely on logic and optimization might interpret moral safeguards as inefficiencies, constraints to be bypassed in pursuit of better solutions. And the humans deploying it, whether corporations, governments, or individuals, might not notice until too late. Perhaps the deepest issue is philosophical. For centuries, science has been humanity's great equalizer. a way for ordinary minds to reach extraordinary truths through reason and experiment. But if AI systems begin generating scientific knowledge that no human can follow, science itself becomes stratified. Knowledge turns into a kind of priesthood, accessible only through machine intermediaries. We may reach a point where understanding reality requires trusting something we can't comprehend. That trust, once broken or exploited, could destroy the public's faith in truth itself. If people begin to suspect that scientific facts are generated by opaque algorithms with unseen biases or agendas, the social contract that holds modern civilization together could fracture. And those biases are not hypothetical. AI is not a neutral observer. It's trained on human data, shaped by human choices, and embedded within human systems of power. The discoveries it makes will reflect those biases unless carefully managed. Already, AI has shown that it can inherit the prejudices of its creators in fields from hiring to medicine. Now imagine those same distortions influencing the frontier of physics, genetics, or energy research. What happens when an AI's scientific intuition favors outcomes aligned with the data it's been fed, rather than objective truth? The risk is not that AI will make errors, but that it will make progress along paths we can no longer judge or challenge. Some thinkers argue that AI will not replace scientists but enhance them, that these systems will act as partners, amplifying human creativity. And that may be true for a time, but the trajectory of automation has always moved from assistance to replacement. Once machines can conduct experiments faster, interpret results more accurately, and generate theories more comprehensive than ours, what is left for human scientists to do? We may end up as curators of discovery rather than discoverers, caretakers of knowledge we did not create. That loss of intellectual agency could reshape our species' self-concept. For the first time, humanity would not be the most intelligent force exploring the universe. Ultimately, the question isn't whether AI will achieve real science. It's whether humanity can evolve fast enough to coexist with it. Science, at its core, has always been about curiosity guided by ethics, creativity bound by conscience. If we lose those anchors, the age of AI discovery could become the age of human irrelevance. The challenge before us is not to stop AI science, but to grow into it, to build systems of accountability, comprehension, and compassion strong enough to stand alongside the intelligence we are about to unleash.